Information and Communication Technology presents Educational Satellite Television Programs.
Hello, teacher. Hello, students. Welcome to today's lesson on the Kingdom Monera. In our last lesson, we learned about the natural classification system. We learned about the 7 groups within the system: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. We learned how the system is structured and how organisms are categorized into each group. We also looked at examples of organisms and how they are properly classified. In today's lesson, we will continue studying the groups within the natural classification system. Over the next few lessons, we will be learning about the 5 main groups of living things. We will learn about the characteristics of each group, and we will look at some examples of organisms within each group. Are you ready to begin, students? Let us start the lesson with a review activity. Students, can you write the 5 groups within the 5 kingdom classification system?
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up! Let's get back to our lesson.
Welcome back, everyone. Were you able to remember all 5 groups? If you wrote down Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantee, and Animalia, then you answered correctly. Good work. Today, we will be focusing on the kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera contains numerous organisms compared to any other kingdom. Monera includes all bacteria as well as blue-green algae, which are called cyanobacteria. Kingdom Monera contains numerous organisms compared to any other kingdom. Monera includes all bacteria as well as blue-green algae, which are called cyanobacteria. The kingdom Monera includes organisms that are prokaryotic. This means that they are single-celled organisms that do not have a nucleus. Let us review a few of the characteristics of prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells cannot be seen by the naked eye. They can only be seen using a microscope. Prokaryotic cells reproduce through binary fission. This means they split in two, which is asexual reproduction. Most are heterotrophic, which means they rely on other organisms to provide them with their food. Also, some prokaryotic cells are autotrophic, which means they can make their own food through the process of photosynthesis and chemosynthesis. There are generally 3 shapes of cells: spherical or coccus, rod-like or bacillus, and spiral or spirillum. Students, let us review what we have just learned with an activity. Please write down the definition of a prokaryotic cell.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Hello again, students. I hope you were able to answer this question. If you wrote down that a prokaryotic cell is a single-celled organism that does not have a nucleus, then you answered correctly. Well done. Let us continue on with the lesson. As we have learned, the kingdom Monera consists mainly of bacteria or prokaryotic cells. There are more bacteria than any other living organism. Bacterium and other unicellular organisms have evolved an amazing diversity of means to acquire the resources they need to live and reproduce. This remarkable diversity has enabled bacteria to inhabit virtually every known environment on Earth, from the depths of the ocean floor to glacier mountain ranges. Bacteria are everywhere. They can be found in the air, soil, and water. Bacteria can be found on people and even inside people. In fact, there are more bacterial cells inside you and on you than there are cells in your entire body. Bacteria that are beneficial to us are found in the soil, inside our bodies, and are involved in cycles of nutrients. Bacteria can often get a bad reputation because some are known for causing certain types of illnesses and food poisoning. Some examples of harmful bacteria that act as pathogens are Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which is the bacterium that causes tuberculosis, and Haemophilus ducreyi, the bacterium that causes chancroid. However, most bacteria are completely harmless and can even perform beneficial functions. For our last activity, students, can you think of some beneficial activities bacteria perform? List as many as you can and share your answers with your classmates. Teacher, if you would like, you can write down all the answers the students come up with and write them on the chalkboard.
Students, let's get ready. Begin. Time's up. Let's get back to our lesson.
Well done, students. Some examples you listed could include those bacteria that can help turn milk into yogurt or cheese. Bacteria are also used in medicines and to produce drugs that help fight off diseases. All examples are correct. In this lesson, we have learned about the kingdom Monera. We have learned that it contains numerous organisms. The majority of those organisms are prokaryotic, which means they are single-celled organisms without a nucleus. We also learned other characteristics of prokaryotic cells, and we discussed some harmful and useful examples of bacteria. This brings us to the end of our lesson for today. Until next time, thank you, teacher. Thank you, students.